Ladies and gentlemen, sometimes you need to build bridges, not burn them or tear them down. Sometimes there's a bridge that happens over waters that are troubled. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have about 3 minutes of a conversation because I have a consult in a minute. I just want to talk to y'all about something because I think it's important. This is Ronnie Dyson with Bridge Over Troubled Waters. I didn't know who Ronnie Dyson was until I watched a YouTube video talking about the young man, and I gotta give him a little bit of credit. He got some skills. Ronnie Dyson. A lot of you know who Ronnie Dyson is. I did not. I never ever knew Ronnie Dyson, but I know who Dyson vacuum cleaners are. All right, enough about Ronnie. I have a group that we do in the mornings, and I have a couple of rules that are in the group because it's a group that I established. And I told people, hey, some of y'all are worried, so I'm going to tell you about my health. I don't want your remedies. I don't want your comments. And please, when I say I don't want it, I mean I don't want it. And I did a video on YouTube saying anybody do that, I'm blocking them. And I told people this morning, even though I told them last week, I always give people 3 warnings. I said I'll remove you from the group if you ignore me because I don't like being ignored. You want to ignore me? That's fine. I told them, I said, hey, when I'm in charge of something, in control of something, when I have a say-so, such as my life, my life, my life, my life, my life, if you look in my eyes, okay? When I'm in control of that, when I'm in charge of that, I won't allow you or anyone else to interfere with my authority over my stuff. So I said, just keep your comments to yourself. You don't have to send it to me. You can go give it to Bob, Tom, Billy, Jim, James, Gene. I don't care. But don't bring it to me. I said, you're part of this group. Don't do it, people. I said, I know at least one of y'all is going to do that. So that person got blocked. I got rid of them and me communicating on Telegram. And then I sent them, well, hacking out of the group that I run in the morning. Because I told them that's what I would do. If I didn't do it, I wouldn't be a person of my word. And I told them that this is not a joke. There is no reprieve. There is no appeal of this matter. Well, the person was trying to explain to me why they sent me what they sent me. I don't care. I told them I would tell them I don't care. Then they were trying to explain it was a misunderstanding. No, it wasn't a misunderstanding. Well, I was trying to send it here and there and all the other. No, that's fine. You were trying to send it there, but you sent it to me right after I had this conversation. The answer is absolutely not. Now, mind you, whatever it is that they had sent before the conversation, so the conversation wasn't about that, but I told people about the conversation. I didn't mention any names because y'all know me. I don't mention names. I don't be dropping dimes. I leave that up to the snitches to do that. Anywho, ladies and gentlemen, the person said they realized it was them that I was talking about. They realized it. And they just wanted to explain. And I'd already said this morning during the meeting, and people are going to communicate with me trying to explain and tell me I understood this and misunderstood that. And I'm like, I don't want to hear it. Just don't do it. I mean, that should be the new slogan for Nike. Well, we'll call it Mikey this time. That way we don't get copyright infringement. So just don't do it. Mikey. Athletic apparel. Ladies and gentlemen, the person did it anyway. I asked the person not to do it. And they did it anyway. Then they responded back to me They didn't really feel comfortable about being in a group where they couldn't express themselves and be themselves. Ladies and gentlemen, if I put together a group, I'm not looking for you to come and express yourself. If you want to go express yourself, join those other groups that permit and allow that. This ain't that group. I've been explaining this for 3 years. 3 years. This ain't one of them groups. We doing things. We're trying to get things done. I don't have time for all of that. Ain't no expression. The person who's in control of the meeting is in control of the meeting. And right now, that's me. When I had other people in control of the meeting, the same rules were the same. Person was contacting me privately, personally. I told them not to do that. They had sent other things. I send other things to people. But when it comes to health, no, don't do it. So I gave them a warning. I even gave the entire group the warning so nobody could accuse me of singling anybody out. Whew. That was a mistake because they didn't get it. So as I told them, I don't care if anybody gets mad at me. When I say, when it comes to my health, keep your opinions to yourself. And if you don't want to hear me talk about my health, then go someplace else. Turn off your computer, turn off your cell phone. Just don't watch. And if you say, well, fine, I won't watch any more of your video, that's fine with me too. You're not hurting me. So stop with the so-called retaliatory comments. It's not retaliatory. Yes, it is retaliation because I say something, I say don't do it, and then you come back with your little it's retaliation in words. If you keep your mouth shut, no, seriously, if you just shut up, then there's no issue, there's no argument. If you just don't do it, but some people are hard-headed and they're going to do it anyway. I specifically said, do not comment about this. Do not text me. Do not email me. Do not communicate with me about this at all. And the person did it anyway. Ladies and gentlemen, you understand what a cease and desist is, right? A cease and desist is a cease and desist. It's a do not trespass. I just said don't trespass on my right to my health. I don't need health advice. I'm not looking for it. All right, we got about a minute, so let me go ahead and explain. I keep telling people I knew what was going to happen. I knew this was going to happen. I knew what condition I was going to be in because I asked Jehovah. I said, Jehovah, please help me to know what's going to happen concerning me before it happens so that I'm not surprised. I didn't ask him to help me get out of the situation. I just said, just give me the knowledge of what's going to happen. Lo and behold, ladies and gentlemen, I did not know that I was going to get that much, but I got what I needed. I understand exactly what's going on. I understand it's not dementia or Alzheimer's. I know it's a direct result of the enzymes bleeding into the bloodstream and it traveling to the brain. I get that. It'll be taken care of. But you are not going to take care of it. Stay out of my business. You don't know enough about me or my medical history. Stay out of my business. I don't care about your recommendations. Stay out of my business. Do you see how easy that is? I'm going to rely on Jehovah. And no, this ain't about the guy who was in the boat and there was a flood and they sent the police and then they sent the helicopter and they sent the jet plane. They sent some skiers. This ain't that situation. This is stay out of my business. Okay? You don't have an invitation. I'm not giving out invitations. Now I got to go. Y'all have a coconut smile.